Semifinals.
And for Carlos Funches, the head coach at Jackson State University, looking for his third championship as the Southern University head coach, his 8th championship as a coach on the Southern University staff. Of course, he won 5 under the former coach, Sandy Pugh. And a steal right away there by Southern.
And already, first play down, that's a turnover for Jackson State. They have to take care of the basketball this afternoon. In their game against Grambling, they had 18 turnovers. That's not going to work against Southern.
Shot up, no good by Anaya Gordine. And here comes Jackson State. Well, Jackson State head coach Margaret Richards, of course, coming over from Alabama A&M, where she had some great success there as the head coach, and then came to Jackson State University to take over a program that had been dominating the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Here's a shot up, good. That's Zoe Cooper.
Zoe Cooper had a pretty good game for them last game, only averaging 4 on the season, put up 7 points and 6 boards. That's a good sign for the Tigers for her to knock one down in the mid-range early.
Southern University with the basketball. And once again, Anaya Gordine can't hit the range. And here comes Jackson State. And if you're Jackson, you do not want to start this out as a track meet.
Right, and they've done a good job because they've converted on the offensive end. When you make a basket, it's really hard for a team to run. So if they can continue to put the ball in the hoop, they'll be in a good spot. And then Southern, on the other hand, has missed a couple of their shots, so Jackson is able to set up their defense.
Cotton on the drive, shot up, no good. Ball tipped around, out of bounds, and Jackson State will get the ball back with 3.1 seconds remaining. Actually, they're going to reset the shot clock to 20 seconds. It'll be 3.1 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Shot up, no good, off the rim, and rebound by Jackson State. Ball is on the floor. Some hot hands by Southern. Massonet with the three-pointer. No. And a rebound by Jackson State. No. Jackson State, all kinds of opportunities, and a three-pointer.
That is 3 offensive boards in 1 possession. You can't give a team that many shots at the rim. They're going to get one of them, and it ends up being a 3-ball.
Jalea Cotton with the three-pointer. She's averaging 6 points a ball game, and it gives Jackson State the early 5-point lead. Drive shot, foul coming up on Jackson State. Shalance Montoya, the 6'1" senior from Carlsbad, New Mexico, gets the foul. And now Jakaya Esco will come into the ball game to replace Shalance Montoya. First free throw is good. Southern University plays in big-time games. Last year was no different. Aaliyah Fontenot, who is on this team this year, a senior from Fresno, Texas. She hit 2 3-pointers in 10 seconds. Southern overall hit 3 3-pointers in the last 13 seconds in order to get the victory last year. Cooper. Jackson State working the offense. Southern University wanted a 3-second violation. Dilworth driving, shoots, and draws the foul with 2 seconds remaining on, actually 0.6 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Southern does everything right on that possession defensively. You see the closeout there with the body. That's Edwards. And then right there at the end just gets a little bit out of, just a little undisciplined there and picks up the foul. But they did a great job of jumping on that on-ball screen, forcing her to go the other way. That's going to be good for them.
Dilworth at the free throw line. The more slower-paced half-court game favors Jackson State. And now they're on top by 5 once again. Sanders will control. Graduate student from Birmingham, Alabama, has family here at the ball game today. Nice move by Fontenot. Now Sanders, three-pointer, good.
Sanders knocks it down. And that is the Cardinals' sin on defense. You never help on same side shooter. You just want to do a little hedge and get back, but you can't overcommit. You leave the same side shooter wide open. Edwards is going to knock that down every time. She's shooting 31% from the three-point line. Or excuse me, 25% from the three-point line.
And an offensive foul charge to Jackson State. This one's going to go on Zoe Cooper, and that's her first personal. Bianca Beretti into the ball game now for Jackson State. And for Southern University, Jocelyn Tate, the freshman from Little Rock. Shot up by Fontenot, good. And just like that, Southern has tied the ball game up.
Right there, Jackson is switching guard to guard, but they get caught right there on that last screen. That's where you got to communicate. If you're not going to be there, you got to yell at your teammate, let her know, help, help, I need someone over here. You can't just let her go by like that.
Good block by Southern University, and that's going to be Tiona Lidge, the junior from El Paso. Sky Castro now coming into the ball game, graduate student from Queens, New York. Also coming into the ball game, Sanaya Reed. Montoya coming back into the game for Jackson, as well as Jalea Cotton. So mass substitutions coming in here with 5:40 remaining in this first quarter. Cotton with the shot, no. And Castro doing a great job in wrestling the ball away. Fontenot was the hero in the championship finals last year. No on the shot and the rebound by Jackson State. Well, you can see that really tough defense put on by Southern University. Dilworth takes a three, good.
That has got to be good for Dilworth to see that three go in. She struggled a little bit yesterday. Whenever you knock down your first shot, it just sets the tempo and the tone for the rest of the game.
In conference games, she's averaging almost 18 points a ball game for the season, 16 and a half. That shot up no good. The ball on the floor, and it's a jump ball. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. Jackson by 3 here in the finals, semifinal game of the 2025 Starry SWAC basketball tournament presented by Pepsi. We'll take this timeout. And that'll be on Jackson State. And that is Shalance Montoya. And there's a storyline that I'm sure Jackson State did not want to have, and that is Montoya with now 2 fouls here in the first quarter. Montoya averaging right around 4 points, 4.5 rebounds a ball game, but really adds to the size for this team. And there's a shot up and good by Sanaya Reed.
And the way that Jackson State is guarding that guard-to-guard handoff, they got to do a better job of helping up. When you switch, you got to help up and stop the defender. They're just letting them curve around the paint, and that's how they've gotten 2 of those elbow jumpers early.
Esco with the basketball now for Jackson State. And head coach Margaret Richards, in her first year at Jackson State, has had a lot of help from her assistant coaches in getting things ready for the season. And Brooke, you had a chance to find out just how valuable her assistant coaches have been this year.
It really is. So when Coach Richards became the head coach at Jackson State, she had to build an entirely new staff, and that started with Dylan Howard, her assistant coach, who used to be the head men's basketball coach at Alabama A&M when Coach Richards was the head women's basketball coach. He always viewed her as a little sister and wanted to do anything to help her. So after 28 years of coaching men, he decided this was going to be the year he would coach on the women's side for the first time. And he said it's really been a unique situation with building a brand new roster, 11 transfers, along with a brand new assistant coaching staff, because usually coaches come in with their own staff. But he's had a lot of fun and is really enjoying things on the women's side.
And it's really helpful when you can have a familiar face on the sideline when you're a new coach, someone that you've had a chance to work in the same building with. And Dylan Howard, successful coach at Alabama A&M.
And just the wealth of knowledge that he brings to help Margaret Richards. I mean, it's really just a star-studded cast she has over there. Exciting to see what she's done with the program so far this season.
Yeah, Dylan Howard was the head coach for the Bulldogs right before Otis Hughley Jr. took over the program in Huntsville. Well, Jackson State and Southern tied. And the coaches on Jackson's side telling their guards to pay attention on the inside.
Got to be alert. You have to know what's going on, and most importantly, communication.
Three-pointer by Southern. Yes. Sanaya Reed with that three-pointer. Cotton now with the basketball. Inside pass. And the bucket good by Zoe Cooper.
And Jackson slightly undersized in the paint oftentimes, but they have a really good inside game, and their forwards are able to finish well around the rim.
I think the other thing that will really be important is for Jackson State working that shot clock down, also that assist-turnover ratio, and here's a turnover by Southern. Cooper with the basketball. Three-pointer on the way, no. Good! Wow, it bounced up and in.
Shooter's touch. Shooter's touch. Jalea Cotton knocks down the big three. She struggled yesterday, only 1 for 6 from the field, but already off to a much better start today.
And that's going to be an offensive foul charged to Southern University.
Right there in the paint, straight up. Oh, yep, just gets into her pretty good right there. And those offensive fouls, those are momentum plays. That's what gets your defense going, gets the bench excited, and just lights the energy up in the gym.
Last time that Jackson State played, they played against Grambling in that quarterfinal game. Able to come out with a 57-47 win. Here's another three-pointer, no. Ball tipped around, and it will stay with Jackson State. The one word that comes to mind when you think about Southern University this year on their women's team, discipline.
I mean, in every sense of the word, they are so tough. And we've seen a little bit of undiscipline from them here early on to begin the game, especially on the offensive glass. Jackson State is tearing them up on the boards right now. Normally very disciplined. They'll defend you for 30 full seconds, but we haven't seen that yet here.
Southern with the basketball, Jocelyn Tate, the freshman from Little Rock. Five seconds left on the shot clock. Shot up, no good. Foul coming up. Jalea Cotton now with her second personal foul here in the first quarter.
And Jalea Cotton just gets caught with their hands in the cookie jar. Gotta stay disciplined and keep those hands up. And on the other end, that's Tate being aggressive, recognizing the shot clock running down, knows she has to get something up, make something happen out of nothing.
Jocelyn Tate on the season shooting 64% from the free throw line. Her first shot is up and good. Kelsey comes in for Jackson State University after Southern's trip to the free throw line. Now Edwards coming into the game for Southern University. Ready with the basketball now to Kelsey. Dilworth driving, shooting from the right elbow, no. Out of bounds. And and Coach Richards wanted to know from one of the officials, was there a foul on that play? Southern with the #1 defense in the conference. Three-pointer on the way by Lawson, and it's stuck in the rim. That's a jump ball, and Southern will get it back.
Now you mentioned Southern's defense. They're holding their opponents to shooting 37% from the field. That is so good.
And coming back into the ball game for Southern University, Sanaya Reed. It'll be Southern University basketball. Ball tipped. Jackson State ends the quarter with a great defensive play. We played one in this last semifinals game in the 2025 Starry SWAC tournament in its first year here in Atlanta at the Gateway Arena. And I'll tell you what, Brooke, Jackson State with the ball, and when this coaching staff was put together, they didn't have a lot of time.
They did not have a lot of time. In fact, Coach Richards lost about 9 recruits from the time she got hired to before she could get on campus. Her hands were really tied in that way, coming in so late, and she only had 3 players on her roster actually have an official visit on campus. Tierney Kelsey, Jaylia Cotton, and of course the player of the year, Talia Dilworth. Everybody else was Zoom calls, which in today's day and age is so unlikely, but the group that you are seeing on the floor here today is more seasoned and has better chemistry because they were still figuring out their starting rotation and how they wanted to play back when they took on Southern for the first time.
Yeah, it really was a quick turnaround on the coaching side for Jackson State. Tell you about a little bit more about that in a minute. Southern University, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Bucket, no good. Yeah, athletic director Ashley Robinson said from the time that former coach Tamika Reed left, which was late April, she was named the coach at Charlotte April the 25th, to the time that Coach Richards was named the head coach on May the 1st, was such a short turnaround. He has done an amazing job as athletic director, really choosing coaches, because he's really had to do some real juggling at times.
And not being able to recruit the way, like having a full offseason to recruit, I've seen it happen plenty of times where teams win maybe 1 or 2 games on the season. No, Jackson State is here as a 4 seed and fighting to go to the championship. I mean, couldn't ask for much more if you're Margaret Richards. Got to be really proud of what she's done.
Shot up, no. Bassinet, left side to Dilworth. Jackson State working that shot clock down. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Southern. Southern with the basketball, and that's Anaya Gordine, senior from Baltimore. Nothing on that possession for Southern. Drive. No, going to be a traveling violation. And that's good defense by Southern University.
Really good defense, solid set there. Dilworth brings the ball up, trying to give her a little brush screen. And they refuse the screen, and right there, that's where the two got discombobulated a little bit, run into each other, leads to a travel.
You know, when you talk to a lot of people who follow Southern University basketball, especially women's basketball, most of them say this is probably one of Coach Funchess's best years as a head coach when you talk about what he's been able to do with this team.
I mean, he's been around for a long time. He's not new to this. They don't have the 1 seed and a regular season championship for no reason. This is a very good, very disciplined Southern Jaguars basketball team.
In 2019, Coach Funchess won the regular season title and the conference championship before going to the NC2As. That shot is up, no good. And a foul coming up.
And again, you take a bad shot on one end. Here comes Gordine on the other end. Man, just a heads-up play there to stand in there and take that charge.
The foul was on Gordine, her first personal foul. And we knew that this was going to be a back-and-forth ball game. When you have Jackson State and Southern playing on anything, softball, checkers, just anything, the crowd support is there, and it is a really heated rivalry. Cooper gets it inside. Back outside to Bennett. And Benetti, no. Southern doing a better job getting to the boards. Turnaround jumper, good. That is a solid turnaround jumper by Tiona Lidge.
Anytime you miss a shot on one end from Jackson State, it's almost like a shot turnover because they are flying down the court and they get into that early offense. One pass, shot, that's where Southern shines at.
And you see that defense suffocating Kelsey on that sideline. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Massonet shot, no good. Rebound by Jackson State. Tried to get it out to Montoya. Pass was too far out in front of her.
And Southern catches a break there because that was another offensive board for Jackson State. They are hitting the glass so tough today. You got to box out if you're Southern to hold them to one shot per possession.
Southern with the basketball. And a near turnover. Jackson State going to the ball and coming away with it. Dianca Beretti, 5'9" senior from Toronto. Great hands on defense. Montoya out high. And it's going to be a foul against Jocelyn Tate. And that's a hustle foul because she's really kind of overplaying the passing lane, denying the pass to the guard. And so you can accept that because that's a tough play.
And with the way that Southern plays defense, they're extremely aggressive. They're in your grill. They make you uncomfortable. But a lot of times with a pressure defense, that's where you have to be disciplined because you'll pick up those fouls. In their last game, Southern had several players with 4 fouls, and they got into foul trouble there at the end. If some of their best players have to sit on the bench for a long period of time, they could be in some trouble.
Cotton with the basketball. 10 on the shot clock. Jackson State loses the rebound, but a foul coming up, and it will be charged to Southern. This one's going to be charged. Is it Sanders with the foul? Off the mark. Cooper couldn't get it to go in. Here comes Southern. Sanders gets the ball out to Gordine. Gordine drives. Jackson State with the rebound.
That was great post defense in there by Esco. Didn't let the ball come inside and forcing Southern to take a difficult shot.
Well, that defense that Sanders is playing on Cotton is incredible.
Yeah, they're going to deny you all the way out to half court.
And Dilworth draws the foul.
And see, now Southern's going to have to adjust to how the refs are calling the game.
The Southwestern Athletic Conference has done a great job with its vendors, its partners, creating an atmosphere that has really been festive. And when you take a look at this particular facility and how it's been set up, it is really one of those things that it feels right. It feels like home.
Oh, it's been great being here for the week in Atlanta. It's a cozy environment. The fans fill up the arena. The bands, you can hear them all throughout the arena anywhere you're at. It's been an awesome atmosphere this week.
Cozy environment. That's the word right there. It is cozy. Hospitality has been great here all week long. Here is Beretti, three-pointer, no good. Foul coming up.
And that possession, that's a double whammy. You give up another offensive board. That's 9 O boards that Jackson State has in this game so far. And then Southern picks up a foul.
Jackson State now going to the free throw line, and when you look at them as a team, they shoot 72% from the free throw line. And that is something that when you go to their practices, they are always practicing free throws. Before practice, after practice.
And free throws have been a deciding factor in so many of these games. These are huge free points that you have a chance to put on the scoreboard for your team.
And you see Southern just speeding down the floor.
And that's off of a made basket. That's the even more impressive part is they are running on a miss. They're running on a make. Your defense has to be set and ready, and they do just that. Knock down a three right in your eyeball.
Sanaya Reed for three.
Reed shoots the three ball. 36% in their last game. Went 2 for 9. That's a good one for her.
Jackson State trailing by 4. When that Southern defense is suffocating, and Coach Margaret Richards has to call a timeout. I mean, they don't give you a breath on defense.
And you just see right here the ball pressure, the denial. Next man over, she picks up your dribble. That's trouble. You can't pick up your dribble. The way that Southern denies the ball, you're in trouble every single time.
Well, I'm sure that they're trying to come up with something now in order to neutralize it, because that pressure, it's man-to-man, but they're doing a great job of denial, almost overplaying the passing lane.
You just got to get open. If you're a guard, you got to get open. That's a toughness thing. Like, I'm not going to let this person deny me. I'm going to get open. Those are things you work on in practice when you're on the block and it's just one-on-one and you got a side denial and you're trying to get open and get the basketball. You give them a little arm bar, push off, get open, cut into the you cut up to the elbow and then cut out to the wing. There's so many ways to get open. You just got to be tough and be aggressive.
Jackson State with the basketball. And we knew that the pressure from that defense was going to be tough for Jackson State. Massonet with the shot, no. Ball tipped, rebound by Reed. Southern. Actually, they're slowing the game down just a little bit in the half-court offense. That's a great job on defense by Jackson State. Double teaming down low. Shot up, no good. Dakai Sanders with her second personal foul.
So now you got Sanders with 2, Edwards with 2, Tate with 2, Fontenot with 1, and Gourdine with 1.
Massanet will shoot a pair here. Gourdine will come into the ball game and take out Sanders. First free throw, no good. One more free throw at the line for Massanet, who shoots 76%. And how big is that? When you're at the free throw line and you're Jackson State, Dilworth shoots 79%. Massanet shoots 76%. Bianca Beretti, 87%. When you can shoot free throws like that, that is a recipe for a good result.
That's the separator right there, being able to knock it down at the free throw line.
And how many times have we seen games that have come down to the free throw shooting just here in the tournament?
All week long. We've had a ton of close games. Free throws have been crucial in all of these games.
So Jackson State will get the ball back. Light pressure set by Southern University. Southern by 3. Dilworth, shot, good. And you just saw one of the coaches from Jackson State telling the players, watch the passes. They got to be more direct and more crisp.
With the way a team pressures like that, you have to be decisive in your passes. You got to fire that ball. You can't have any soft passing around them.
Good defense by Zoe Cooper. Got part of the ball and a block. Massanet inside to Dilworth. No, but she gets the foul.
That is a great back door. Jackson trying to give Southern a little bit of their own medicine. Massanet picks up her dribble. She gets lucky there. That's a beautiful backdoor cut. That's how you get open when your teammate picks the ball up. Because they're pressuring so much, that is a great pressure release. Jab up, go back door, get to the free throw line.
Dilworth with a couple. And again, she shoots 79%. Free throw, good. Esco coming back into the ball game for Jackson State.
You got to give Esco credit. She's been down there banging in the paint, whether it's on the boards or just defense in general. She has 4 boards already for Jackson State.
Now Jackson State trying to put on a little defensive pressure in their man. Good pick set up. Great bucket. All of that was set up by a great pick by Tiona Lidge.
And that's Dilworth right there. She's saying, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. She gets popped on that screen right there. Esco has to either step up or be screaming at her and let her know that the screen is coming.
Last shot here for Jackson State here in the half. Massanet, 4 seconds left. Drive, shoots, no. Southern gets the rebound, and that will do it for the first half. Back here at the 2025 Starry SWAC Basketball Tournament presented by Buick. It is Southern by 8 points early on here in the second half of the ball game. Boy, and that defense is just suffocating.
3 possessions in that press. That's 3 turnovers. And Southern has scored 10 points off of Jackson State's now 10 turnovers.
Ball is on the floor, picked up by the Lady Jags. Tiona Lidge, turnaround jumper, no, way off. Jackson State with the rebound. Just that pressure even in the half-court game by Southern, is just so intense right now.
Well, and Jackson has to get stops. That's how they get Southern out of their press. Southern is setting up in their press on a make. On a miss, they're getting back in man. You got to get stops.
Jocelyn Tate with her third personal foul. So now you're Southern, you're getting aggressive fouls, but now you've got your third personal from Jocelyn Tate. And that's something Coach Carlos Funches said he wanted to cut down is on those fouls.
And that's the one downfall, and we've talked about it all night long, is that you have to defend without fouling. Don't get your hands in the cookie jar. Keep them up. Get in a stance and play solid defense.
And you can tell when that ball is being passed on the inside, there are all kinds of hands that are coming after the ball.
Make Jackson just take a tough shot. They're only shooting 26% from the field. Hand straight up, force them to make a bucket.
Nothing on that shot. Tiona Lidge gets the rebound and the putback.
And you see, on a make, and then they got to get it out the net quick. Southern scores a basket. They're in that 2-1-2.
Now they're coming back into the half-court man. Three-pointer on the way. No. Rebound by Southern. And that's something else Southern is doing, is they're spreading out Jackson State's offense, and that means you've got more of a concentration of players of the Lady Jags on the inside.
When Jackson has to do a better job of getting in their sets, and that's another bucket down low.
And Tiana Lidge with another bucket, giving Southern a 12-point lead over Jackson State.
Lidge dominating down there in the paint.
It's a jump ball, and possession will go to Jackson State.
Jackson has a really good inside-out game. They run the high-low. Coach Margaret Richards said they have to get great shots every possession, and they're taking a lot of quick shots right now, not shooting the ball well. They got to work it inside out. Those outside shots will come, but you got to get the ball inside first.
Jackson State's ball. Turn, shot, nothing. Boy, and Jackson State really having a hard time on offense right now. Tiana Lidge, who's got a couple of straight buckets. Three-pointer on the way, no. And it looks like a foul on the floor.
Bourdin gets the shot up right there. That's Dilworth down there banging. They were hooked arms down there. That's tough. That's tough basketball. This is what March looks like. Getting fired up. I love the energy in here. This is a chance to go to the championship is on the line. Like, you got to lay it all out here on the court.
We'll take a timeout as you see fans still filing into the Gateway Center Arena, the 2025 Starry SWAC Basketball Tournament presented by Buick. Back after this.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, hits different.
It's time to reimagine exceptional. Introducing the Buick Envision. Experience advanced technology with breathtaking clarity and help keep the noise out, creating a serene space within. With advanced safety technologies standard on Envision, experience confident driving wherever the road takes you. Discover what it's like to make every day an occasion. Buick, exceptional by design.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
Fun, memories, friendship. We're here for all of it. Here for the big moments and the small ones too. We're here for unforgettable triumph, momentary misfortune, and the impromptu throwdown. We're out here each day, chasing something great. Call it adventure, call it play, we call it fun. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
You have a choice to make. Choose Lay's Classic or choose New All Dress and see how deep the flavor rabbit hole goes.
Yeah, fine. I choose the...
You can also choose barbecue.
That's my favorite.
Wait, there's more. Choose sour cream and onion. Flamin' hot. Did we already talk about All Dressed?
Of course we talked about All Dressed.
It's Trinity. From Lay's Classic to Lay's All Dressed, open a world of flavor.
Are you sure he's the one?
I have no idea.
The SWAC, the premier athletic conference in the nation. A collection of schools rich in tradition, pride, and pedigree. Sacrifice, winning, allegiance, champions. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Back here in Atlanta at the 2025 Starry SWAC Basketball Tournament presented by Buick. And there you see the display. And they've got all 12 institutions in their own lockers. I had a chance to stop by there earlier yesterday. And, man, they've done a great job of getting paraphernalia from all the schools. And they even got paraphernalia that I was like, where did you get that from? they got a growling hat I got my eye on. They did a great job of getting paraphernalia for each of those lockers. Southern with the basketball and a 12-point lead. And that's going to be a blocking foul. Ooh, that's going to be on Talia Dilworth, her third personal. So now Cotton and Dilworth both with 3. With still 4:53 left in this third quarter. And now Dilworth will have to come out of the ball game. Diaca Beretti will come in. That's a big blow, 3 fouls. We're going to Brooke here in just a second. Three-pointer on the way, no. And it goes out of bounds. Let's take it over to Brooke.
Listening in on that last Jackson State huddle during that timeout, Coach Richards continued to say, look, one stop at a time. It's our game. You just got to get one stop. And told them, too, quit pouting. If you miss your shot, get up. Also, run your offense the right way. She's getting frustrated with when they bring the ball up the floor, they continue to stop. She said, don't stop. Continue pushing forward. And she said they talked about the third quarter, and they fell right into the trap. Play with more sense of urgency and no more turnovers.
What a huge three-pointer by Kelsey.
And that's what you need to get your back in the game. The 3-ball is the great equalizer. You get a stop on one end, a big 3 on another. They got to rack together multiple of those.
She was way outside and covered. Tiana Lynch on Esco. And Jackson State with the rebound. And that's what you need there is Jackson State not getting trapped on that sideline. And they turn over there by Jackson State. And free throw up, or should say shot up and good by Sanaya Reed.
And that's where you miss Dilworth on the bench with those 3 fouls. That's your point guard having to sit down. Jackson State looking for someone to run their offense, get them into their sets.
And a foul coming up. And that's going to be on Sanders. That's her third foul. So now Tate and Sanders with 3.
Yeah, and that's a tough break there for Southern. Sanders was out there denying the basketball close to half court. If you're going to do that, you got to make sure your hands off.
Boy, Jackson's just having a tough time. That's just credited to some great man defense. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. And they don't get it off in time.
And that is a beautiful display of pressure defense from Southern. They don't even let you get into your offense. Just pressured at the top of the key. There's like 7 seconds left, and they haven't even ran a set yet. That's what their offense does. They get you uncomfortable, and they force so many turnovers.
And if you pick up your dribble, it's going to be tough. Aaliyah Fontenot for three, no. Ball tipped by Lidge, out of bounds. When she lands into the arms of Sanders, it'll be Jackson State basketball. Well, the winner will play Alcorn State, the 6th seed, tomorrow at 5:30. Nothing doing on that possession.
And if we look back to the last time these two teams met, Jackson only made 14 field goals the entire game. Tonight, they're only at 9.
Got to hit shots in order to win. Taking the baseline, jumper, no, hits the side of the backboard, rebound, put back. Nothing doing. Jackson State coming away with the basketball. Oh, and a steal. Great hands by Tate. And they're just running the shot clock down. Tate drives the paint, goes up and draws the foul. Foul on Beretti.
You just got the high on ball screen here, a little hesitation. You draw the help defense. Got her off her line. You can't help same side shooter. That is like a big no-no. You have to know you have help behind you. That same side defender has to stay. As that ball comes down the lane, you push up on your man. You don't help in.
There you see Coach Margaret Richards talking to Beretti. First free throw is up and good. Our officials for today, LaShonda Kidd, Eric Koch, Marcus Smith. Veteran crew. Rattles in and out, no good. Cooper with the rebound for Jackson State. Kelsey. Now getting it to Cotton. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. 4 seconds left. Beretti. Three-pointer. No good. And Jackson State gets the ball back.
Oh, boards. That was a good spot for Jackson State, and that first half was on the offensive glass. But again, they're getting into their offense so late, even now. Not really getting any movement out of their offense.
Esco takes a three, and it's going to be a double dribbling violation. And that's something you don't want, is your big girl having to take a three-pointer.
Yeah, and right there you have Jalea Cotton walking down the court. She's telling her teammates, we got to settle down. You got to remain calm against a pressure defense. Communication and toughness is how you get through that, but you got to be the tougher player. Southern is being tough right now. They're challenging Jackson State, and they're winning that battle.
Leanya Massanet and Zaria Glover into the ball game for Jackson State. And then Leah Fontenot with the basketball for Southern. Up by 12, waning moments of the third quarter here in Atlanta. Fontenot, three, no. Ball tipped. Three seconds remaining. Shot up, no good. Who right now takes a 12-point lead into the fourth quarter.
In that last huddle, Anaya Gourdine for Southern looked at everybody and said, another quarter just like that. Another quarter just like that. keep them to 5 points again, and this one is ours. Expect to see some matchup defense on the way from them. They want to just see solid defense and no more silly fouls.
Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound by Southern. Ball tipped out of the hands of Tate. But the Lady Jacks get it back.
And to Brooks' point, Jackson State won that first quarter 17-15, but since then, Southern came roaring back. They've won the second and the third quarter. Jackson State only made one field goal in that second quarter.
Southern foul. Sky Castro with her first personal foul. Jackson State will inbound. Cotton. Cotton. Shot from the paint, no, but she will go to the line. First personal foul for Lawson. And Southern University will send in Anaya Gordine and also Dakaya Sanders. When you look at this Southern University coaching staff, first of all, you talk about Coach Funches. When he was a player at Southern University, he was the co-player of the year when he was at Northeast Louisiana, well, ULM now. Co-defensive or co-player of the year in the conference, in the Southland Conference. That year, he was also the slam dunk champion.
Ooh, okay,
yes.
Coach Funches. I didn't know about that.
Yes, because during his senior season, he was a slam dunk champion. He was selected in the Continental Basketball Association, the CBA, in the third round by Oklahoma City. But yes, he was a very good dunk artist.
Okay, Coach. If they win, we might have to get Brooke to ask him about those hops, if he still got them or not.
Absolutely. Three-pointer on the way, no good by Gordine. Sky Castro with her second personal. A lot of experience on that bench, and someone else that's got some great experience on that bench is TJ Pugh, the son of legendary coach Sandy Pugh. Been at Southern for a long time now, learned under his mother, and of course now staying with Coach Funches at Southern University, and he's done a great job. Cotton with the basketball. Nice pick set. Dilworth can't hit the three-pointer, but a great rebound by Massanet. She goes up and draws a foul. Well, that's where you got to start.
Massanet just skied over everyone in the paint. She came flying in there, snatched that basketball. See right here, Dilworth gets the shot up, and no one boxes her out, and she just comes skying in, snatches that rebound, goes back up strong, gets herself to the free throw line.
Massanet first free throw is good. Bringing the deficit down under double digits. This game is long from being over.
Well, and with the way that Southern plays defense, it feels a lot heavier than what it is. It's an 8-point game. Jackson is very much still in this basketball game. They just have to control the turnovers and take care of the basketball.
Jackson State defending SWAC tournament champions. And a turnover by Southern. Great job there by Zoe Cooper playing that baseline and getting that turnover.
That's great. Right place, right time. That baseline help. That's where you got to be on help side.
And now the Jackson State University faithful cheering them on. Shot up, good. And Montoya gets the bucket.
And that's a great job taking what the defense gives you. Southern is icing that on-ball screen right there. That's Masanat. She gives a jab step to the screen, goes to the basket, dishes it off. The help side down there is late coming. Finishes and one.
Boy, nice smooth free throw by Montoya. Montoya was averaging 64% at the free throw line. Gordine driving, shooting, and drawing the foul. And for Montoya, third personal.
That's Gordine getting in the paint there. Montoya's kind of moving there. That's the only thing I can really see. Gordine was going away from the basket, but she can't be moving. She's got to be set there.
First free throw by Gordine, no. I just think Jackson has cut that deficit down to 5. Now it's back to 6.
And that free throw right there was the first point of the fourth quarter for Southern. Jackson kind of giving Southern a little bit of their own medicine there.
And a traveling violation. It goes back to Southern. Sanders will give the ball up to Gordine. You got to watch what they do with Lidge. Lidge on the inside with Esco. Gordine, 3, no. Good rebound by Dilworth.
And Jackson, normally a team that plays man defense, but they switch into a zone for one possession, trying to throw the offense off, keep them off their toes, and they get the stop.
Well, this is a championship atmosphere. Esco going in, and she got the ball, had that ball down towards the floor.
Each other battling from one end to the other, just like the teams.
I'm going to say something that my kids would tell me, because tomorrow, whoever wins, it's going to be lit. Southern University with the basketball, Tiana Lidge. Gordine with the basketball. Kick out and the drive inside the paint. Three-point play coming up. Deshante Edwards, the junior from Baltimore, gets the bucket.
And that's just scouting report defense. You kick out to the corner. She's a driver. You got to close out for the drive. Takes the hit. Count the basket. To the free throw line she goes.
Montoya now has 4 personal fouls. Free throw up, no. Remember, it was down to 5 points at one point. Dilworth, 3, good. Back to a 5-point deficit for Jackson State.
Jackson State outscoring Southern right now 10-3. Southern's only scored 3 points in this quarter so far and have not made a field goal. Those all have come from the free throw line.
There's a turnover. Here comes Dilworth. Approaching 5 minutes remaining in the game. Three-pointer on the way. No, hits the side of the backboard. And a foul coming up on Jackson State. And that foul is going to be on Zoe Cooper. Massanet coming out of the ball game. And Dianca Beretti coming in. Tiona Lynch. Here is the drive by Gordine. No. Rebound by Southern. Couldn't get a bucket, but Jackson comes away with the basketball. Cotton goes in. Gets the bucket. We've got a three-point ball game here in Atlanta.
That's what happens when you hold a team to one shot per possession. Get that rebound, push it down the court. That's a big-time finish down there for Jackson State.
Coming out of that last timeout, Jackson State got 13 second chance points to 2 for Southern. Shot up, no good. Foul coming up against Jackson State. 4th team foul on Jackson State. Beretti with the foul. That's her second. Now here's the only bad thing is you put Southern at the free throw line without 5 fouls here in the quarter. So now going forward for the rest of the ball game, Southern will go to the free throw line. Southern already with 5 fouls in the quarter. Free throw good. It is going to be a tremendous final between Alcorn and one of these two teams tomorrow at 5:30. And Alcorn is just sitting back and watching this ball game to see who they will take on tomorrow night. Dilworth. Three-pointer on the way. Good. Cotton with a three-pointer.
That corner three has been good to Jackson State. Those guards are doing a great job penetrating the paint and kicking to the open shooter. That's a big-time three for Jalea Cotton.
And now Jackson State cuts the deficit to just 2 points here in Atlanta. And Coach Funches takes a 30-second timeout.
And see right here, you got a little handoff. That's Massanutt getting to the paint, draws the defender, kicks out to the corner. Textbook offense. Big three for Jalea Cotton. Southern's got to be more disciplined than that. Watch right here when Massanutt comes off the screen. She's coming off. You got to stay here. You stay with your man. You don't want to. Look how far in the paint that Edwards gets. You got to stay sucked up to that same side shooter. That's a huge three for Jackson State. It's a 2-point game.
And now if you are Southern University, that lead has dwindled away in Jackson State. The blue and white now with the momentum here in Atlanta. Coach Margaret Richards, when that timeout was called, she was pumped.
Oh, that's her personality. We've seen her get super hyped down there on that sideline. It's got to be so cool to play for a coach that has that much passion.
Shot up, no good, in and out. Gordine. And now Jackson State can tie or take the lead on this possession. Dilworth gets it. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Zoe Cooper, and she draws the foul.
The offensive glass is what has kept Jackson State in this game. When they haven't been able to score on the first attempt, it's the second one. They are flying to the boards offensively. Again, attacking the paint. You get that ball in the corner. The defender stays this time, goes baseline, goes up, doesn't get the first one. They had to come over and help. The help doesn't drop. That leaves your post down there on the block. Another O board.
Cooper with a couple of free throws. First one is good.
Jackson State is out rebounding Southern 37-26 right now.
Cooper is a 62% free throw shooter. And we have a tie ball game. And by the way, Jackson State, the best free throw shooting team in the league at 72%.
2 minutes, 35 seconds. The crowd is hyped up. We're going to be in for a good one.
Sanders picked up her dribble. Reed to Gordine, goes inside for the shot. Good. Southern by 2.
Senior all SWAC second team. When her team needs a big bucket, Gordine goes and gets one.
Massonet. Defended by Gordine. Now she drives. Kicks it out to Glover. Nice step up. Glover gets the ball partially blocked. That's great defense by Southern. Southern by a deuce. Under 2 minutes remaining in this semifinal. Sanders drives. 5 left on the shot clock. Gordine with the basketball. She takes the three, no. On the other side, Aaliyah Fontenot for 3, no.
Boy, Sanders is one heck of a defender. She will guard you for 94 feet tough.
And there's a timeout taken by Jackson State. It's a 30. You see it now.
And the differentiating factor has been the glass.
Blocking foul.
It has been the rebounds, because you look at the stats, Jackson State has only made 13 field goals in this game. One less than they did the last time they played, but it was a much different score. It's because they've been active on the glass. The second chance points have been the difference maker in this game.
Yeah, you know, you bring up a good point, because the last time they were 14 of 41 from the field, 16 of 27 from the three-point line, and they were 3 for 10 from long range. Today, they're 6 of 17 from long range and 13 for 15 from the free throw line.
And 15 second chance points compared to Southern's 2.
Dilworth misses the first one. That was a crucial miss. Second free throw is good. A 1-point ball game now here in Atlanta. The intensity has gone up. And now timeout charged to Southern. I believe they've got one more left after this one. And it is a 30-second timeout remaining. That's important, because if you get trapped in the corner or you can't get the ball inbounded, you do have one timeout. Could we see another overtime game? Less than 60 seconds remaining. Shot up. What a layup by Gordine. Southern up by 3.
Clutch, 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 clutch.
Cotton on the outside. Drive, partially blocked. And a foul coming up against Southern. Aaliyah Fontenot with her second personal. Third personal. One more.
Jackson's had some big free throw misses here. You have Dilworth, the last possession down, goes 1 of 2. And then right here, Glover misses the first one.
Makes the second. So now back to a 2-point Southern University lead. Sanders with the basketball. .22 seconds remaining. Southern by 2. Shot by Gordine. No. Rebound by Massanet. Massanet has the basketball. Timeout, Jackson State. 9.9 seconds remaining. Southern by 2. Timeout, Jackson, and it's a full timeout. What a finish this is going to be here in Atlanta.
Boy, we have had some great basketball this week in Atlanta. Another game going down to the wire. Jackson State got to get a bucket here. You got to think Southern is going to put the pressure on this possession. Jackson State has to be strong with the basketball. The last thing you want is to turn the ball over.
And that was great camera work getting inside the huddle of Jackson State as they drop one final play here with 9.9 left in the ball game. And boy, this is one of the moments that tournaments are made of. And we saw in the finals last year, Southern University in 13 seconds hit 3 3-pointers, 2 of them by Aaliyah Fontenot to win the conference or tournament championship. What will we see here today? We've seen 3 overtime games.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a 4th one. Jackson has a chance to send this to overtime if they can get a good quality look. You want the ball in your player of the year's hand, Talia Dilworth. Look for her to get the ball and get to the basket and attack. Try to draw a foul.
It all comes down to this one possession between these two titans of the conference.
This ball is going to be in Talia Dilworth's hand. Massanet inbounding the ball. She could get it back off the inbound. It's either going to go to Dilworth or Massanet here.
No timeouts for Jackson State. And it goes into the hands of Cotton. She shoots a wild 3, no good. And Sanders covers the ball up. And now Southern will go to the free throw line.
I can't imagine that's the look that coach drew up right there. You get the ball in. Plenty of time on the clock. You don't need a 3 right now. Falling away from the basket. That's a tough look for Jackson State.
The other thing is, was she looking for a foul? Maybe drawing a foul. I'm not sure. But now Southern University needs at least 1 here to take it to a 3-point lead. Sanders shoots 69% from the charity stripe. First one is good. Well, now they've got a 3-point lead. This one for a 4-point lead. Huge free throws. Southern by 4. Southern will defend because they don't want to give Jackson a clean look.
Right here, if you're Southern, just hands up, no fouls.
3 seconds remaining. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Southern University is on their way to the SWAC championship game tomorrow against Alcorn State.